Congratulations on making it to the last video in this section of the Complete Android Developer course. We're now going to put together everything that we've learned. So the layout and behavior of Android Studio, adding images, buttons, text fields, and text views, and of course, writing Java code to make our apps interactive. And we're going to do that by making a currency converter app. So the app on the surface is pretty simple. It converts from pounds to dollars, which at the time of recording this video is about 1.3. And if I put in, say, 15 pounds and tap convert, it tells me that 15 pounds is about $19.50. So that's all the app does. Obviously, it's a good opportunity for you to practice the app layout and writing a bit of simple Java, but it's also a bit more than that because you'll learn a little bit about variable types. If you try and take the value of the text field and then multiply it by 1.3 to convert it to dollars, you'll find you get an error because this is a string and you need to convert it to a number type, what's known as a double, in order to convert it, in order to multiply it by 1.3 to get it to dollars. So you'll need to write some code to convert the string to a double, then multiply it by 1.3 to get the dollar amount, and then convert it back to a string to be able to display it in the toast. And unless you already know Java reasonably well, I expect you'll need to do a little bit of Googling to figure that out. So I think you should be able to manage that, but if not, don't worry at all. I will of course go through the whole process in this video, and you're very welcome to follow along if you'd rather do that. I would recommend giving it a shot by yourself, so now's the time to pause the video and give it a go. Best of luck. All right, hope that went well for you. Let's give it a go. So file, new project, we're very used to this now. Currency converter for the application name, everything else keep to the defaults. While that's loading up, I'm going to jump back over to Google Images to borrow a nice image for our app. As always, you need to be very careful of the copyright for images you're actually distributing. But for our purposes, we'll just use one that looks nice. For our practice app, that's not a problem. Okay, so I'll start by bringing in that image. So over to the Finder. Oh, hasn't got a name or an extension. There we go, I've just added one on. That seems to have worked fine. Slightly strange. But there we go, Command C to copy the image, and then Command V to paste it, or on Windows you can just drag it straight in. Okay, let's design our app. So we'll get rid of Hello World, and we'll start off with our image view. With our currency image. And because of the nature of the image, we can try a different scale type. And I'm going to go for fit XY, which will just stretch it out to the width of the device. Of course, if you prefer, you can use the more usual fit center or something like that. Okay. And then we're going to constrain it to be linked to the left, right, and top of our screens. And next we'll add our text view. And we'll change the text to enter the amount you want to convert. There we go. Next we'll have our plain text, but you can see we can select a number type, which will give us the number keyboard. And I'll go for decimal so that users can enter 3.21 if they want to. And I'll add a hint amount in pounds. There we go. And then I'll add a button. I'll center it. And the button will say convert. There we go. Let's just add some constraints in for our elements here. So I don't need to worry about the width or height of that one, but I'll just constrain it to the left and to the top. For the text field, I'll make this one more or less full width. And let's just change those constraints to make it equal on both sides. So 16 and 16. Lovely. And finally, the convert button. We'll add top and left and right constraints to keep it centered. Excellent. So there's our UI. As we've done before, I'm just going to run the app on our device while I jump over to write some code. And it's the code that we're used to now. So we're going to create a public method which doesn't return anything, so it's void. I'll call it convert currency. As usual, it's going to take a variable of type view that we'll call view. Add in the view class with Alt Enter. And then for now, we'll just log info and button pressed. Okay, let's have a quick look. Oh, something's gone wrong there. I think I've forgotten the top. There we go. Yep, the top constraint on the text field. Let's run that again. Oh. Okay, looks much better. And let's tap convert, have a look in the logs. Oh, I can't see anything there. Let's try that again. What mistake have I made? Hopefully you noticed that as I was going along. I didn't add the onClick method. There we go. That's the downside of writing the method first. Sometimes you forget to add the onClick method. But that's why it's a good idea to check the app in its very basic form before you write any complex code, because at least I knew that there must have been an obvious problem there rather than an issue with my code. All right, so now it's time to get the value that the user has entered in the edit text, ready to convert it from pounds to dollars. So that you should be fairly comfortable with. We're going to create an edit text. Which we'll get from find view by ID, r.id .edit text. And we'll need to convert that to an edit text. And then briefly, let's just log that value. So some more info. And then the value that we want is edit text dot get text dot to string. Okay. So let's just check that that's working, and then we can do the bit that we'll need to look up online, which is converting that to a number so that we can convert it to a dollar amount. Okay, let's take a look. So let's say that we want to convert £23. There we go. Okay, so we've got the number. And as I mentioned, we're going to multiply that by 1.3. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to get this value as a variable. So we'll create a string variable with a capital S for string, and I'll call it amount in pounds. And that's going to be equal to the edit text value. So edit text dot get text dot to string. Now what we'd like to be able to do is create another variable called amount in dollars, which is equal to the amount in pounds multiplied by, and if you've used something like Excel before, you'll be familiar with using an asterisk for multiply, and then 1.3. But as you can see, that gives us an error. So we can't apply that to the string variable type. We need to use a double. Okay, so over to Google. Again, Java, Android, and we'll search for convert string to double. Let's have a look. Okay, I think that Google answer looks like it's what we need. So we create a double, which is double with a capital D dot parse double, and then the string. Okay, that looks like what we need. So let's take a look. So double creates a double variable. Instead of a D, we'll use something that makes a bit more sense. So this is going to be amount in pounds, but as a double. Put in some nice bit of spacing, and then we want double dot parse double, but the thing we want to pass as a double is amount in pounds. So we've converted amount in pounds, which is a string, to the same value, but as a double. And now we should be able to create another double called amount in dollars double. But of course, instead of amount in pounds, which is a string, we're going to use amount in pounds double and multiply that by 1.3. And now we're going to want to initially log that, and then we'll put it in a toast. So we're going to need to convert that back to a string. Let's use that opportunity to do another quick search. So Java, Android, double to string. How do we go the other way? Looks like there might be several ways to do it. That is often the case. So here it looks like we can just use double dot to string and then our number, which actually is extremely similar to this. So we use double dot parse double to convert a string into a double, and then we use double dot to string to convert it back to a string. So let's create a string, amount in dollars string, and using the code that we just looked at, we want to use double dot to string and then amount in dollars double. And then let's have a look. We should just be able to put this straight in, amount in dollars string, and just to make it clear, I'll change the tag to amount in dollars. All right, I hope that makes sense. If not, it might be worth just rewatching the last 5 minutes or so just to get clear on the process of what problem we needed to solve and how we went about doing that using Google to find some code for us. Okay, so let's say we want £10, amount in dollars, 13. Fantastic. Just try a slightly nastier number. Okay. There we go. Now we've got a very, very accurate number there. I'm going to be a little bit fussy about this. See if we can convert it to 2 decimal places as currency usually is. So again, Android Java convert double to 2 decimal places. There we go. I hope you're getting the idea of how we can quite easily solve a lot of problems with a quick Google. Now it looks like using one of the other ways to convert to a string, it will convert it to 2 decimal places. So let's change our converting it to a string code to this one. But of course, instead of D, we'll use amount in dollars double. So let's have a quick look, make sure that works. And then if it does, the only thing we've got left to do is to write the code for our toast. Okay, so let's go for a nasty amount of pounds. And there we go. So nicely rounded to 2 decimal places. Fantastic. So let's change our log command to a toast. And I'll use the down arrow to automatically create the code for us. So the text is going to be a little bit complicated because we want to show the initial amount and the converted amount. So we'll start with a pound sign, and then we'll combine that with the original amount in pounds. And then we want to say that that is, and then our dollar sign for dollars. And finally, we'll show the amount in dollars. And we'll give them a bit more time to register the answer. All right, here we go. So if everything has gone well, this should give us the final result that we're after. Say we want £3.20. £3.20 is $4.16, which seems about right to me. And if we go for £20, 26. Fantastic. So that brings us to the end of the first section, and hopefully you now feel reasonably comfortable with Android Studio, how it all fits together, how you create a simple layout for your app, how you integrate code and the content of the app, and you've written a little bit of Java and hopefully done a bit of Googling to figure out the solution to problems that you hadn't seen the answer for. So that's quite a lot, so congratulate yourself on getting this far. Of course, we are only just at the beginning, and in the next section, we'll be really focusing on Java and writing code, which will stand us in good stead for creating any type of app we want. So go and get yourself a congratulatory cup of tea, maybe even a biscuit, and I'll see you in the next section, our Java deep dive.